You need to meet at a designated location, follow the GPS they provide to get there correctly. Staff will be holding flags, and after registration, you'll be given stickers to distinguish different tour groups. Once everyone is gathered, they'll take you through security, ticket checks, and to the restrooms, followed by a brief explanation before setting off. This tour doesn't include a guided tour. The staff mentioned she's not allowed to give explanations, but she'll walk slowly, allowing you to take photos along the way and passing key attractions. At the Mona Lisa, time will be allocated for queuing to take photos. There's another queue before the Mona Lisa itself. Afterwards, you can choose to explore independently, following the staff, no explanation. We chose to follow them for a while, but got distracted taking photos and got separated. However, we ended up spending another hour exploring afterwards. This tour is more expensive than a regular single ticket, but it's perfect for first-timers or those who don't have time to figure out how to enter or find the Mona Lisa on their own. Plus, the thoughtful touch of taking everyone to the restrooms first makes it really worthwhile. I had trouble making a reservation through the official website, so I used this service at the last minute, but it turned out to be very good. Entry is in a group line, so you don't have to wait in a long queue. Although we were told that the guide wouldn't provide commentary and would only take us to the Mona Lisa, in reality, they walked slowly and led us to the main works. It was also possible to spend time with the guide after we had finished viewing the Mona Lisa. This time, we were guided by a woman named Rosa, who understood my broken English and was very kind. I am truly grateful. Everything is in English, but she speaks clearly, so I think anyone with some English proficiency will have no trouble. Small groups first meet outside the Louvre at a designated time, then are directly escorted through security by a guide, saving queuing time. Once inside the Louvre, the tour leader leads you directly to the Mona Lisa's location. You can then choose to participate in a short guided tour of the Louvre or explore independently. Spending the whole day there is entirely possible. The Louvre is incredibly crowded, so this tour, which includes priority entry to the Mona Lisa and Louvre admission, is highly recommended. I suddenly decided to visit the Louvre Museum. Since I was already there, I figured I might as well see the Mona Lisa. The service was really interesting. After we met at the designated meeting point, we had to wait for everyone to arrive before we could go in. The staff were very energetic and lovely, but they didn't offer guided tours, they just let us in. However, this alone saved me a lot of queuing time, and after seeing the Mona Lisa, I could wander around everywhere. I could never see everything. I initially had a reservation for 10:30, but since it gets crowded around lunchtime, I changed it to 9:30. I was able to enter through the group entrance after a short wait, and the museum was still relatively uncrowded, allowing me to easily reach the Mona Lisa. After that, I toured the museum on my own, and because I arrived early, I was able to see the main works of art. However, the guide speaks English, so I think a certain level of English proficiency is necessary. Because the museum is so vast and I don't understand the language, I recommend having someone take you to the Mona Lisa. You are given a map of the museum with Japanese instructions, so if you are confident you can find your way around on your own using the map, you might not need to buy a priority ticket to save money. However, I absolutely do not recommend buying tickets on the day of your visit. It was 10:30 on a Saturday in February, and there was a very long line. First, you need to find the tour guide to get your admission tickets. Then, they will take you inside in groups of about 10. The tour guide will show you all the must-see masterpieces in one go, and then you can enjoy the rest of the exhibits at your own pace.